as training aircraft. Nonetheless, Royal Flying Corps aircraft shot down after the war broke out and some. But next up, we have a very welcome sight indeed in the skies over Duxford. Another aeroplane we haven't seen here for a while from the Royal Navy historic flight, the majestic Fairey Swordfish 1. The first Swordfish flew in 1934. The Fleet Air Arm of the Royal Navy took it into service a couple of years later. This was an aeroplane that, with its Bristol Pegasus engine, which was new when the aircraft first appeared in 1934, was a very modern machine at that time, but when World War II broke out in September 1939, it was anything but. The aircraft could only fly at a cruise speed of 90 knots if it was lightly laden. That went down to 82 knots if it had an underslung torpedo. Such slow speed. By all accounts, a delight to fly, the Swordfish won its spurs on many occasions during wartime. The attack on the Italian fleet in port at Taranto in November 1940 was typical. 21 Swordfish were involved. These lumbering biplanes, in making their attacks that day, effectively stopped the Italian battle fleet from taking any further offensive part in the Second World War. Then Colin was mentioning earlier when we saw the Catalina, the chase after the German battleship Bismarck. Eugen, the Scharnhorst and the Gneisenau, from proceeding up the English Channel from the French port at Brest to the German port at Wilhelmshaven. Those ships were extremely heavily defended. Destroyers, E-boats and aircraft were involved. All 6 Swordfish were shot. The Swordfish from the Royal Navy historic flight, a Mark I built by Blackburn Aircraft at Sherburn-in-Elmet, that served with the Fleet Air Arm from 1941 to 44 when it was transferred to the Royal Canadian Air Force. And here, wave and a wave from the rear crew members, which I'm sure they'd like to see reciprocated. It's always astonishing to